What's up, guys? Pyromaniac 720, and I have for you another match from Swiss from the November 30th Nugget Bridge live tournament. So against in this round, I'm 1-2. Like I said, I need to win out, and I'm facing Eddie. Don't know who he is. I didn't recognize his username, his Nugget Bridge name. But I ended up going hard trick room for this match because hard trick room is fun. I don't know. I just like it. I like Ampharos, and Ampharos works best in trick room. So this match ends up for me. So this match, if I recall correctly, I ended up with a lot of luck. I'm not going to lie. I needed some good things to happen to me, and they did. So right off the bat, he leads Charizard Mamoswine. I end up leading Gardevoir and Ampharos. So I end up tracing Thick Fat, which is amazing because now if he Heat Waves me, it's not going to do that much damage. So Charizard protects, Ampharos protects, and now I'm feeling even better because now I also, if he goes for an Icicle Crash on me, like that also does less damage. But he doesn't go for the Earthquake, which I know I'm going to survive because it's a spread move and it's neutral, so it does just a hair over half. And Gardevoir reveals some health back with Citrus Berry, and now Trick Room's active, which is awesome. So now that Trick Room's up, I have Ampharos on the field, and I'm feeling super good about where I am in this match. So he withdraws Charizard and sends out his Venusaur. And he withdraws his Mamoswine as well. And ends up switching in an Aegislash. And of course I Mega Evolve into Mega Ampharos with its fabulous flow and its ridiculous special attack and awesome bulk. So Ampharos, I end up going for the Power Gem onto Charizard's spot, which still does a respectable amount of damage to Venusaur, and I Will-O-Wisp Mamoswine's spot just so I didn't get destroyed by another, like an Earthquake or an Icicle Crash, even though I do survive both attacks with my Ampharos. So Venusaur ends up going for a Protect, probably fearing an incoming Psychic. So he probably assumes that my Gardevoir is like quiet or has like low speed IVs, but my Gardevoir is modest 31, so if he's running 0 speed, he actually underspeeds me because I'm running 4 speed on it. Anyway, so I don't survive Flash Cannon from that range, assuming he's 252, so I'm KO'd. So Aegislash. I do underspeed Aegislash, so I outspeed it in Trick Room. So I can hit it real quick with a Thunderbolt and be good. So I end up withdrawing Aegislash though. And he ends up sending in Mamoswine. And so I end up going for the Thunderbolt on that spot just to be safe and ends up not doing anything. And I go for the Psycho Cut onto Venusaur, which brings it down to just barely anything left. He goes for a Sludge Bomb onto my Malamar, which does just under half. So now next turn, Venusaur ends up protecting. I do indeed need to get that stupid Mamoswine off the field. He ends up going for the Ice Shard on my Malamar, which I was surprised about. I end up double targeting the Mamoswine because I recognize it as the bigger threat to my Pokemon. And so now I think I have a pretty good advantage. I think I have one more turn of Trick Room. Even if I don't, I have Ampharos at full health. So Ampharos is really deadly in a one-on-one situation because not many things, barring, like a couple of special dragon attacks, can one-hit KO it. So I withdraw Malamar because I want Meowstic out there to slow everything down with Thunder Wave. That's part of the reason I run Meowstic on the team is because once Trick Room runs out, if I can eliminate the things that like the electric types and the ground types, I can just paralyze everything, and which is really good because then my Trick Room Pokemon once again become useful. So now Drought activates, which means that Venusaur is going to be fast. Charizard goes for the Heat Wave, and Ampharos avoids it, but it doesn't really matter because that probably would have done like maybe 20 damage, 40 damage. Venusaur goes Venusaur goes for the Synthesis, which I was ridiculously surprised about. And of course in the Sun, heals a little more than half. I think it's 2/3 in the Sun. I ended up going for the Thunderbolt on Venusaur spot because I figured he's just going to have a sliver of health left. And so I figured either I KO it or he switches an Aegislash and I KO that. So I go for the Thunder Wave onto Venusaur spot and paralyze it, which is nice. It goes for the Giga Drain onto my Meowstic, which ends up picking up the KO, which is a little scary. And I think I end up going for a Power Gem onto Charizard spot, which of course he protects, so it doesn't really matter. So at this point in the match, I overplayed it a little bit. I expected him to see me Power Gem, so I actually went for a Thunderbolt onto Charizard instead, expecting him to maybe switch an Aegislash, but he doesn't, so he ends up going for the Heat Wave instead. And I had to protect Malamar just in case. Luckily, Venusaur can't move from Paralysis. I don't know what it was going to do, but I go for the Thunderbolt expecting to be able to KO because my Ampharos has a lot of special attack, 180 Quiet, but it ends up not KOing. So I need a double protect at this point, and I end up getting it, and that's huge for me because that ends up essentially winning me the match. So Charizard goes for another Heat Wave. Ampharos avoids this one too. Venusaur goes for the Giga Drain. Malamar protects itself again. And Ampharos ends up getting off the Thunderbolt and KOing Charizard. So at this point in the match, I'm feeling really confident. His Venusaur is paralyzed. He's got an Aegislash, which Malamar outspeeds. So I think I overthought this play a little bit too. I went for the Night Slash knowing that it was like no risk, high reward because either I KO it or he King Shields. But I forgot since sun was up. Since the sun was up, Venusaur still outspeeds Ampharos. So I should have just probably gone for the Psycho Cut and the Thunderbolt, but I just didn't want to get hit with a Shadow Ball. I was a little worried that he was going to protect Venusaur and then hit me with a Shadow Ball. And I mean, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. I still probably would have pulled it out, but I think I overthought what he was going to do a little too much. So Venusaur ends up going for a nice Protect. But at this point in the match, it does not really matter because Malamar can KO an Aegis full health Aegislash at +2. So, I mean, at under half, it's an easy KO. So at this point, I have the match won because both my Pokemon outspeed his Venusaur, which is an easy KO. So I just go for the Psycho Cut and pick up the win. So now at this point in the tournament, I am 2-2. Once again, I still need to win out in order to have a chance at top cut. But I mean, even if I do win out, it's not much of a chance because I was playing from 0-2, so that means all my opponents had low records too. So stay tuned for more videos, guys. Till next time, bye.